Keir Starmer. Let's talk about Keir Starmer, shall we? Our Prime Minister, Keir Starmer. His North London house got firebombed by somebody. I was reading. And the coverage that I saw was like a day or something after. And it said, Starmer condemns fires as an attack on democracy. That was the headline, which I suppose they are, aren't they? I mean, I would have gone with milkshakes, but, you know, whatever. I mean, it's either an attack on democracy or it could just be the engineer from Heathrow who got fired and then Starmer's hired him as the fucking groundsman or something. Like, that would make sense, wouldn't it? That would make sense if it was the same fucking guy. It's just this is where he works now. You know? Sees his latest round of handiwork in Islington. Fucking sparks a massive house fire and he's like, oh, I'm beginning to think I'm not really cut out for this. Like, I don't know why the Scottish accent was necessary. But yeah, his house was firebombed or Molotoved or something. Must have been very scary. I hope everybody was all right. But what do you think's going to happen with that? What do you think will happen first with that whole thing? Like after the fire, after they've put it out, after it's been declared safe, after everybody's been accounted for, after the firemen have gone into the property and looked for and established what started it. Like, what do you think will happen first? Do you think they're going to find the people that were responsible for it, and they arrest, they question, they charge, and then they jail them? Or do you think they'll do the same as all of that, but for the people who were responsible for Grenfell? Like, which could it be? I don't know which one's going to get there first. It's a tough one. It's tough to get justice, Keir. It could take a while. The wheels of justice turn slowly. I mean, I think it would be better for all concerned if we just leave the cindered house up there, just covered in fucking soot. Just leave it there standing as a community monument for a decade or so. Like, how about that shit? Have him kicked out of power in 2029 and he heads back to his regular Islington domestic property and he's like, oh, for God's sake, like, it's still unlivable. I can't live in that. It's bloody unlivable. I'll be like, yeah, unfortunately, we are still no closer to finding or convicting the culprits. So Keir, I'm terribly sorry. He'd be like, well, can we at least like tear it down and then rebuild it? I'll be like, no. It's actually very important that we just keep it there standing, empty, still smoking and stinking out the street for years. It has to stay there. That's the deal. For some reason, that's the deal. Well, I mean, you know, with Grenfell, it was different, Nate. It was different. It was a moment. It was an event. And for years, we looked at that. We looked at that cindered building, and we were reminded, Nate, of an out-of-touch elite. It was an attack on the people. I'll tell you what it was. It was a murderous form of classism. I'll be like, yeah, but so was this in a way, Keir. So was this, probably. I'd love that, by the way. Truly, I would. If his house turned out almost exactly like Grenfell. You know, and have him out in the street begging for justice. But instead of him getting it, or any sense of absolution or justice or anything, like, instead of that, we just tear his fucking house down. That's where this needs to head. I think that's where we need to get to. You know, like I think we're all ready to move on now, Keir. I think we're ready to tear. It's been a while now, right? Like, it's been a while, and it's really, really prime real estate. This, I think you can agree on that. That happened on Sunday night, by the way. The firebomb attack on his house, or on democracy, as he styles it. And I'm not making light of that, of the thing. I'm not saying, it's a good thing that somebody did that. Obviously, it must have been terrifying. It's criminal damage. We would never condone such a thing. Honestly, stick to milkshakes. But yeah, he described it as an attack on democracy. The firebombing, whatever the fuck it was. But when I heard about it, and then I read the coverage on the news, I was a bit like, I was like, well, wow. I mean, that is actually quite, the political climate right now. Now, obviously, that is really, really what that is incredibly poorly scheduled is what that is, because if they'd done it 48 hours later, they'd have had all of the public's backing, wouldn't they? Because 48 hours later, he was giving his speech. He's doing strangers on your own island. If they'd done it 48 hours later, would that be bang on time? Just imagine you were the protest group or terror group, I suppose it is, who coordinated it, and you're all planning and plotting and talking amongst each other in your squat or your flat or whatever. You're like, yeah, we're going to go and throw a Molotov at his house, fucking massive-headed prick. I'm going to throw a Molotov at his house. I've got it all set up. Going to head out the door in a minute. You get all of your ducks in a row. You're planning it. You're plotting it. You've worked out your tube times. You got your hoodie up, your cap on. You know where the CCTV is, so you can get away with it, hopefully. You leave your phone at home. You got to think these things through. If you're going to do something wrong, do it right. And you kind of want to make a point, right? You don't do something like that lightly. You're doing it for terrorism reasons, aren't you? You're doing it to make a point. You're doing it to make the general public read about it and go, whoa, okay. That these guys mean business, don't they? And yeah, do you know what? Now that I read about it, now that I've learned a little bit more about whatever this cause might be, I never really thought about it like that before. But yeah, maybe these guys have a point about Sir Keir Starmer. That's the aim, isn't it? Is to shine a light on your cause. To apply pressure through the medium of terror. But then you sneak out. You run out on a Sunday night and it kind of comes and goes with the chaos of everything else in the news cycle that day. Your entire fucking terrorism campaign gets swept away in news stories about fucking Chris Brown and Gerard Depardieu or something. You're like, fuck, man. Shit. How long have we been planning this for? And it's just gone in 24 hours. Disappeared. Back on page 17 or something. You're like, fuck, what do we need to do to get press for this? To get this read about? Get people G'd up about it? What do we need to do? Do we need some sort of slow burn marketing campaign to build up momentum to it? Do we need to hire out some billboards and flyer? What the fuck? How has this disappeared in 24 hours? From the news, in the news cycle, a Molotov on the Prime Minister's house just comes and goes. And then on Tuesday, Starmer rebrands himself as Enoch fucking Powell and everybody hates him. Everyone. Wouldn't you be like, oh, shit, fuck. We could have fucking coattailed that thing. People would have been like, oh, yeah, I hate him too. I've just heard that somebody firebombed Keir Starmer's head. Well, you know what? He did say a horrible thing in his speech. He was getting a bit Enoch-y. It's a shame that we missed it. Dave, your timing is terrible, you might say to your friend Dave the terrorist. I thought you said that this would get our cause talked about. I thought you said this was going to spark momentum behind our cause. And poor Dave would just be like, I know, but I just didn't anticipate that, so many people would care about Gerard Depardieu or, that he'd make himself so voluntarily unpopular the next fucking day with his speech. It's just so unlucky. The timing is just so unlucky. And you'd be like, well, yeah, nice one. Dave would be like, yeah, I'm sorry. And you'd be like, yeah, you're always sorry, aren't you, Dave? That's the problem. Do you know what? You are a shit terrorist. That's what you are. Do you know that? Dave's like, I know. I said I'm sorry. Jesus. Say what you like about Mohammed Atta. He didn't get everything right. But he knew what time his plane was boarding, didn't he? Honestly, Dave, I thought that we would be in prison in Albania by now. But you have really fucked this up. You're a shit terrorist, Dave. I'm just going to go to see if I can get my job back at Argos. See you later.
Just another video with Adrian Thompsin.